Hi, hi, welcome to Bobby Cinema Theater. I'm Bobby Cinema. This is my 37th week live night webcast, November 9th, 2009. We're releasing new movies and DVDs out this week. Don't forget to log into my website. The first movie out this week is The Men Who Stare at Goats, starring George Clooney and Ewan McGregor. This movie is directed and produced by Grant Heslov and is by Overture Films. I took this film and I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. George Clooney made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hat's off to him. Rate this movie a B. The next movie out this week is A Christmas Carol, starring Jim Carrey. This movie is directed and produced by Robert Zemeckis and is by Image Movers, Digital, and Walt Disney Pictures. I took this film and I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. This movie is different than any I've ever seen. This is not just in CGI. This movie is in 3D with excellent work by Robert Zemeckis. Jim Carrey made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hat's off to him. I rate this movie a B-. The next movie out this week is The Fourth Kind, starring Milla Jovovich. This movie is directed and produced by Olentin Samani and produced by Universal Pictures and produced by Golden Circle Films. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. Milla Jovovich made an extraordinary performance in this sci-fi movie. My hat's off to her. I rate this movie a B. The next movie out this week is The Box, written, directed, and produced by Richard Kelly and produced by Warner Brothers. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. This movie is like a cat and mouse game with excellent suspense. Cameron Diaz made an extraordinary performance in this movie. My hat's off to her. Rate this movie a B+. The next movie out in theaters this week, the first movie out this week on DVD is G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra, starring Channing Tatum, Martin Wayans, and Dennis Quaid. This movie is written and directed by Stephen Sommers, produced by Brian Goldner, and produced by Hasbro, Paramount Pictures, and Spyglass Entertainment. I took this movie. I recommend people watch this movie on DVD. This movie was really excellent when I saw it in theaters. Hasbro did it again when they brought G.I. Joe to live action. Nobody ever could do it. Nobody thought they could do it, but they did, with all the technology we didn't have in the 80s. It's an all-star cast, but I give credit to Marlon Wayans and Channing Tatum and Joseph Gordon-Levitt making extraordinary performance in this movie. My hat's off to them. Rate this movie an A-. The next movie up this week on DVD is The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3, starring Denzel Washington and John Travolta. This movie is directed and produced by Tony Scott and produced by Columbia Pictures and Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. I took this film. I recommend people watch this movie in theaters. They should get better writers and better actors for this film. Rate this movie a D-. The next movie out this week on DVD is I Love You, Beth Cooper, starring Hayden Panettiere. This movie is directed and produced by Chris Columbus and used by 20th Century Fox. I took this movie. I don't recommend people watch this movie in theaters. They should get better actors and better writers for this teen flick. This is not a Lindsay Lohan movie. Rate this movie a D+. That's all the movies out this week in theater. Come back next week and introduce the new movies and DVDs out this week. Don't forget to log into my website where you can watch the movie trailers, play my movie trivia, and my puzzle. This is BC. See you next week. Now get out.